Good morning. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to, I guess maybe another episode of part 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to try and do multiple episodes or tie it all into one video, per se. But we're at my buddy's garage. So, Mandingo's here. This is my buddy's setup. It's freaking awesome. Goals, 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 goals. And he's even nice enough to keep the heat on for me. So, here you got Mandingo on the lift. You have parts all over the place. Okay? So like I said, Leroy's kit is pretty much bolt-on. Right? The only thing I needed to do is I need to get a piece of 3/8 toast because my fuel line's a little crappy. And we're going to splice that in, but this thing is going to be pretty awesome. Okay? So what happened was that this is the wrong fitting for the filter. I think they put this in wrong from the factory, because when you order the 51622 filter, this base is paired up with it. So we're going to get another one in, and we'll get that rectified. So let me get this thing up in the air, and we'll just go over a few things. Alright, so as you know, Mandingo's a heavy boy, so I got up in the air. 2 pole stands to make sure this thing doesn't fall. Okay? So right here is where we're going to have to make the cut to start the AirDog system. Okay, this is your drain, your return. So I don't know if you guys can see, there's arrows in here. Okay, and the arrows got to be pointing down. And if you look further down the tube, that's why. So the return is going to come back in and right down the tank. I already have it labeled, so I have to cut between that blue line and that blue line right between the X, and we're good to go. I do have to drop the tank again, because like I said, I'm deleting the tank sock. Okay, it's going to be pretty nice and easy. Let's go underneath. Alright, so here's our leaky lift pump. So, like I said, this line's a little crappy, so we're going to cut this back. I actually have to disconnect that and let the fuel run out. Okay, and then as far as the exhaust, because the exhaust is hanging, I got to take this down and we're going to leave this open here. I'm just going to run pipe all the way out the back. I didn't want to go too crazy because, as you guys are remembering, I am going to 12 valve this. So for me to do, the upgraded crossover that's more flowing, less bends, just really isn't in the cards for me. Okay, just a waste of money in my opinion. But if you're going to stick with the 6.5, there's nothing wrong with it. Definitely do it. Now, our power steering, we're actually switching it up. I'm going with a Derale Cooler that has an electric fan on it. So I will definitely have plenty of cooling power. That will not be an issue. So I'm not sure if we're going that route, if we're going to stick it up front, or we're actually going to mount it, behind everything. It's going to have an electric fan on it. So, we'll see where, everything goes. So, the funny part is that I'm always used to working on my back at work and at home. I have to drop the fuel tank. I'm almost tempted to just put this thing back on the ground and drop it. Or if I could just use the trainee jack and do that. But, like I said, I got some homework to do. I don't know. I'm not going to videotape me doing stuff because, I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to see that. But, I'm going to drop the exhaust first. That's nice and easy. And then I'll start tackling the tank. Alright, so just a quick progress report, right? I paint my frame with Rust-Oleum oil-based paint, and not today. So just do some quick paint on there, right? Just to get the base, because remember, new steering box is going in. We might be doing the filter here. We'll see. Might change. Okay, but might as well. Nice and warm. Okay, I have the lift pump out. I'm just letting it drain. That's the plug for the harness. Alright, got the exhaust out. We're going to leave this here. I got to drill those out. Exhaust down there. So, on to the next part. We're going to start taking down this fuel tank. Lovely. I think I have a little bit less than half a tank, so shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so it's ready to come down. I think it's pretty wild. 2 tank strap bolts right here. 1, 2. It's nice and easy. Okay. The filler neck, which I have to cut anyway, that's going to come out too. This line up top, off the ground, I ended up just pulling it right off here. Yeah. Don't make fun of me. Up here we go. So yeah, down she goes. This is crazy, man. I did this tank last year in March, and look at this. It's already freaking rusty crusty on top. Wild, man. New York. Love it. Just an update, right? This is in 1996, right? For you guys don't know. That's why it's Mandingo. Big, black, and beautiful. But, obviously I'm not the first person to work on this. This being in 96. I got this from Connecticut 5 years ago. It is what it is. So who knows how many people worked on this truck. But this is the kind of stuff when you buy an old truck like this, or own an old truck like this, you got to deal with this kind of, I guess you could use the word effery. Effery, and try not to curse. Alright, look. We're going to fix all this. See that? Unnecessary. Look, this is all fitted. This is a really nice, why would we want to give that up? So we're going to take care of all of that and really do this up and make it nice. So got to get this tank down. And obviously, I didn't have it balanced, let alone strapped real good, so we'll get that set up, we'll get the tank down, and got a lot of this stuff to work out. It's going to be fun, right? Build it better, baby. Alright, so here's just a better look. See, arrows facing down? Right here. But now, because we're getting rid of the FFM, look at these little bastards. You guys see those little clips? Oh my god. Crazy, man. I got to get that out and the fuel filter should be done. Alright, so the fuel filter manager's out. So as you guys know, this is the original OEM fuel filter setup, fuel filter management setup. You always want, if you still have a 6.5, nothing wrong with it, love it. Always want to have this retainer ring with the OEM style filter, okay? The other one, as you guys know, the whole plastic housing, the new one, those are prone to leak. It's pretty simple. 2 plugs, 2 in, 1 out. I'm sorry, 1 feed, and in and out. So, it'll be pretty good. That's your fuel filter heater on the bottom. So, yeah. Now, got a lot of leaves in here. So, we're gonna vacuum all this out, clean this all up, and keep going. Alright, so front grill's off. These are my switchbacks. Highly recommend them. LED lights. Okay. Aftermarket oil cooler. I can see it's leaking, so I gotta take care of that. This is the factory transmission cooler. This is going. Power steering cooler. If you guys never been underneath a 6.5. Okay, and of course, a horn. This is going bye-byes. Alright, well, since I'm doing the steering box, right, might as well, idler arm, very important, do the idler arm bracket, and of course, pitman arm. These are all Moog, right? Now, people say quality's falling off, but do we really have a better choice if Moog goes crap? So like I said, here's the bracket, idler arm, pitman arm steering box. It's because the K3500, it has a steering stabilizer as well from the factory, so I got to take care of that too. Alright guys, just a little update. Idler arm is in and the bracket. Okay, the issue is I'm missing the 3rd bolt. It passes through the frame on this side right here. Socket and the bolt have disappeared, so said a lot of unholy things. Took a little breather. Have to shoot it through the frame horn, but we need something a little bit more flex. I think it went over the hump and it's stuck somewhere in there. So in the meantime, I started working on the tank again. This is the return for the fuel. right here. Remember the arrows go down. Oh, I should do my light again. So you see that hump? Has to go down. That means the fuel goes right back into the tank. Alright? Lock ring knocked that. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Leroy Diesel, you should, if you have a 6.5. Here is a great look at his Metrum rod installed on a sending unit. So you just trim this tube right here, okay? And this will slide all the way in, so they have no more bouncy fuel gauge. But remember, the main part of doing this was to get rid of this tank sock. No mas. So I'll cut that out, I'll put it back in there, and that's it for now. So it's pretty unique how modern technology, the AirDog is going to be replacing 1, 2, and 3 filters. And this is the lift pump. Alright guys, this is the kit that Leroy sent me. So on the top left, right here we're looking at the dual filter setup, the pump on top, miscellaneous hardware that came with the kit. Okay. On the right is the harness that Leroy included on the electrical harness right next to it. So it's basically almost plug and play. Okay. And then on the bottom left here, okay, this is the fittings directly from the injection pump. Right, this is the feed, and this thing was absolutely invaluable. He actually pre-shaved this fitting so I didn't have to move anything, and I could slap that right in there. This black part is this pin connector, and that was supposed to work with the factory harness, but instead what I chose to do is just clip the AirDog harness, and I clipped the harness from the truck, and I soldered all the wires in because, you know, I don't plan on ever going back or returning to stock. So it didn't really serve me any purpose. And then obviously on the right here is Leroy included half-inch hose to run the truck. It was obviously a little short. That's why if you guys seen the video, I had my next video I'm going to have some blue hose in there. But if you guys are going to do this, I mean, ask Leroy for more hose, or you could just get it yourself. Alright guys, if you guys found this video series helpful, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, guess what? See you guys on the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Later.